What's going on YouTube? I'm E and this is Simply Put Scents. And I wanted to talk to you guys about a fragrance that came out in the year 2016 from the house of Gucci. And the fragrance is Gucci Intense Oud. So guys, I just want to tell you guys something. Gucci Intense Oud is, without question, one of my favorite releases of 2016. Gucci Intense Oud is an absolute shocking release from the house of Gucci. Now, why is it shocking, you may ask? Because in my opinion, Gucci hasn't made a fragrance on this level, I would say, since Gucci Pour Homme Deux, for sure. Before this fragrance, there were just a series of mediocre, okay, pleasant, but basic fragrances from the house. It seems as if ever since Tom Ford left, the house was searching for an identity and was struggling to find it. But then out of nowhere, Gucci looks to Alessandro Michel to be their creative director. And I must say, Gucci Intense Oud is a really, really, really nice introduction for Mr. Michel, I would say, for sure. What does this fragrance smell like, guys? Like, straight up, this fragrance to me is a very smooth Western interpretation of an oud scent. Now, even though the word oud is in the name of the fragrance, to me, there's so much more to this fragrance than oud. This fragrance is very resinous. There's so many beautiful elements in this fragrance that come together to create this scent, and you just really have to tip your hat to Gucci. I really feel like Mr. Michel did an amazing job with this fragrance. Now, I don't know who the perfumer is of this scent, but whoever the perfumer was, kudos to you. I think this fragrance for sure is a good sign for this house. I think it's letting the world know that Gucci is on solid footing going forward, and I would like to see more continuation. Now, of course, they have Gucci Guilty Absolute coming out, and I'm really, really curious to see what that is, but it looks good. And I noticed one thing about that scent is Alessandro Michel, the creative director of Gucci, is putting his name behind that fragrance. So, it better be good. Anyway, though, I really feel like Oud Intense, the smell of it, the quality of it, makes you think this fragrance is almost niche. It has a niche style to it. The actual scent is nowhere near trendy. A lot of people compare this fragrance to Nasamado's Black Afghano. And when people compare Nasamado's Black Afghano to a fragrance made by Gucci, Gucci did their thing. Performance. The performance of this fragrance, beautiful. It lasts about 10 hours on my skin with very strong sillage and projection. After 3 hours, it gets a lot closer to the skin, but it still leaves a trail. It's like this dense, warm blanket. Definitely like coats your skin and leaves trails behind you as you walk. The time I would wear this fragrance, it would be mostly at night. I would not wear this too much during the day. Late afternoons for sure, evenings no doubt. This is for sure a night out fragrance, formal, casual, it really doesn't matter. I don't really know if it's a club scent, maybe if you're in a mature type of club, but it's definitely a bar scent. It's a very night friendly scent. I think that's evident in the color of the bottle. I honestly would probably wear this all year. In the warmer weather, more at nights, on cooler nights. I would definitely pull for this fragrance. It's just I think separates you from the pack when you smell it. So I would consider it more of a nighttime scent, date scent, definitely a date scent. It would work in any situation, except with probably shorts. Shorts and Intense Oud probably won't work. As I said before, people have compared this to Black Afghano, but in the designer realm, I would say this is an extremely unique oud scent. There are very few designer fragrances with oud in it, with an oud accord that have this thickness to it. Usually, designer fragrances that have these type of dense notes, they're usually airy in those type of fragrances. They're usually airy in designer fragrances, and that's not the situation with Intense Oud. There are very few designer fragrances that are doing what this fragrance does. I would say the value of this fragrance is acceptable. The retail cost of this fragrance is around $130 or so for a 90 ml bottle. Of course, you could get this a lot cheaper at discounters in the $80 range. Even if you had to pay the retail price, I think if you smelled this, you wouldn't feel like you were gypped. This fragrance, I can honestly say, does measure up to that $130 price tag, and therefore I would say the value is very, very adequate. Very, very good. Adequate if you got it for the $130 price, extremely good if you got it for the $80 price. Now the compliments for Gucci Intense Oud, it's extremely appealing. It's very likable. I just think it communicates quality. I think it communicates taste, and it enhances your image when you wear it. I really do feel that way, especially when you wear it with something impressive. When I have clients tell me,
"Wow, that smells great. Where did you get that? What is that? Or what are you wearing?"
you know you're doing something right. When your clients are complimenting your scent is doing its thing. The negatives of Gucci Intense Oud is hard to identify, to be honest. I would say that, honestly guys, I really have a hard time coming up with negatives for this fragrance. It does a lot of things right. It's smooth, it's quality, it's synthetic done right. It's synthetic, yes. And I guess if you're a stickler on synthetics and naturals, you'll say it's synthetic.
So?
I mean, yeah, it's synthetic, but it's synthetic done right. Yeah, negatives are difficult to come up with, guys. I mean, to be honest with you, I would say if I really had to come up with one negative, it would be that the bottle is 90 ml instead of 100. Yeah, that's the negatives of Gucci Intense Oud. I guess if you're not a fan of dark fragrances, you might avoid it. But other than that, nothing else to see here. For real. So guys, as you know, I like to rank fragrances in what I call the P.A.G.E rating system. And that is P for poor, A for average, G for good, and E for exceptional. So, where does Gucci Intense Oud land on the page? The quality of this fragrance is next level. The direction of this fragrance, the creation of this scent is next level. It's almost a shame that it's hard to identify who the perfumer is of this scent, because whoever made this deserves a lot of credit, a ton of credit and accolade, I would say. Because this is a designer release that is on a quality level just demolishing a lot of other designer releases, just obliterating them. So in my opinion, it's difficult for me to give this fragrance anything else but an E. It's exceptional, guys. It's exceptional. As far as designer oud fragrances, this is a titan fragrance. This is a titan in its genre. It is. It's a modern titan. This will stand along a lot of other fragrances in its genre that are just on another level. And I would say Intense Oud is definitely on another level. It's amazing, guys. I can honestly say that this is separated from a lot of the other fragrances that have been released. It's just outrageous. This is beyond. It's beyond, guys. Absolutely beyond. I'm just blown away. So the creative director of Gucci needs to take a bow on this fragrance for sure. Since I can't come up with the perfumer, it's like he's not trying to let anything suck under his name, and I appreciate that. Their fragrances, I think, will turn a corner and it'll make people go,
who? For what?
I think that's Alessandro's goal, to make people stop pining over the past, you know, even though his aesthetic is extra retro, but whatever. Anyway, guys, I really do dig this fragrance. I think this fragrance is easily recommended, easily recommendable, easily loved. I absolutely think this fragrance is on the next level. Now, that's the objective me saying this, and that's me personally saying this. Both sides of me love Gucci Intense Oud, and that's also not an all the time occurrence. So I've been just shocked a lot lately. I mean, companies are just coming out of the woodworks with some just awesome stuff these days, and you can't underestimate anyone anymore. That's one of the things I'm starting to notice. You cannot underestimate any brand anymore. Any release could be a home run these days by anyone. And that's kind of weird, but it's also kind of cool because it keeps you on your toes. I remember there was a time when you would like just focus on one brand's release. Nowadays, if you sleep on a brand's release, you'll be sleeping on a banger. And that's pretty interesting. There's a lot of parody going on right now in the fragrance game. So that's great to see. There's a lot of things that are a little off. There's certain things to be optimistic about. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Comment, let me know what you think. Like this video if you appreciated it. And of course, subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate your support, my friends. And of course, I'm E, and this is Simply Put Scents. And I'm Simply O-U-T. Peace. But one thing I've noticed about this fragrance is that it's catnip to black guys. Like, black guys seem to love this fragrance.